guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you are having a fantastic start to your day. So it is officially October, and man, if there's anything that makes me happy, it is the fact that we are well on our way into fall at this point. This is my favorite time of year. I'm so happy that summer is over. And one of the reasons that I get really excited about the transition into fall is that I can start wearing my spicier, heavier, maybe slightly more oppressive types of perfumes, and it's a little more socially acceptable. I have a rather large perfume collection, and during the spring and summer, I like to definitely focus on the lighter, more airy, cotton candy, fruitier types of scents in my perfume collection. Don't get me wrong, I love those fragrances, but I am ready to leave them behind, and I want to embrace my patchouli containing perfumes. I want my amber containing perfumes. I want heavier, darker florals. I want berry notes. I want plums. I want sandalwood. I want a solid vanilla running throughout. Like, those are the types of fragrances that I really personally tend to gravitate towards. And today I have 5 suggestions for you of cruelty-free fragrances that I have loved now for multiple fall and winter seasons. I don't think any of these are going to come as a surprise to you. I will have some different types of fragrances that I will be sharing on Thursday. Now, the perfumes that I'm sharing on Thursday are going to be from non-cruelty-free brands. If you are new here to my channel, I did make the decision to personally only purchase cruelty-free beauty products. I started this several years ago. It just makes me feel better about my purchases. Personally, I don't make judgments on other people if they don't opt to purchase cruelty-free. In fact, a lot of times when friends and family are purchasing gifts for me, either for birthdays or holidays or whatever the occasion, it's pretty easy to just get me a perfume. Most of my friends and family know that I happen to like smelling good, and so if they come across a perfume at a department store or at Sephora or at Ulta, they're not necessarily as well versed in what brands are cruelty-free and what brands are not cruelty-free. They're just looking for a thoughtful gift for a family member, and I appreciate that. I accept gifts from family graciously. I don't give them a lecture about this brand isn't cruelty-free. Like, I'm not gonna be the person to do that. So I do have a number of fragrances in my collection that personally I will not repurchase in the future, but that I think are beautiful fragrances. And one of the reasons that I also want to do this video is that I know a lot of you are cruelty-free as well, and you're a little better about me sometimes at finding dupes for the non-cruelty-free items. So I'm hoping that when I share my favorites from that video, some of you will have suggestions for me, so that when I run out of the non-cruelty-free option, I can go find something that is either a dupe or extremely similar that is obviously from a brand that I would much rather support with my dollars. So anyway, you guys, I will, as always, list and link everything that I'm talking about in this video in the description box right below. So if you are in the market for picking up a new perfume for the upcoming fall and winter season, maybe one of these would be a great suggestion for you. But yeah, without further ado, I don't think these are going to surprise you. Let me know what your maybe top 2 or 3 perfume picks, geez, say that 5 times fast, would be in the comments down below. I'm also curious about what you guys are craving this time of year as well. So for me personally, I'm loving me some patchouli. I'm loving me some amber, heavier rose-based scents. Like I said, anything with plum, I'm here for it. And you will definitely see these fragrance notes featured in some of these perfumes. So let's get started with number 1. No surprise here, it is the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. Listen, this is such a beautiful fragrance. Now, this has pear, rose, and vanilla in it. And the pear is a little bit misleading. I do think I can smell a little bit of like that rose in there for sure. I can smell maybe a touch of pear, but really this centers mostly around a beautiful, cozy, warm, very inviting vanilla. You almost get a touch of like vanilla extract, but without that like alcohol note that you get from a lot of vanilla extract. So think like a really high-end vanilla extract. It's a sweet vanilla, but not overly sweet. Almost a slight woodiness to it. This is just a lovely fragrance. I have gotten so many compliments on this. In fact, this is my second bottle of it. And I also have a travel size in my purse. I reapply this one so frequently. I cannot tell you how many people have asked me what I'm wearing when I'm wearing this. And I even had one lady who, so I actually was in Sephora smelling perfumes one day, and I sprayed this on me as I was going around. She was like, "What is that? I need that." And she literally walked over to the Vanilla Woods. She grabbed it and she checked out. I don't even think that she tried it on herself. I almost wanted to tell her, like, you might want to try it on yourself first, because obviously body chemistry changes. But yeah, she liked the way this smelled on me and bought it for herself. So anyway, that is a fantastic fragrance. I highly, highly recommend. Next, let's do a floral. So this is Black Tulip by Nest. Now, I love Laura Slatkin's fragrances. Indigo and Midnight Floor. Midnight Floor is discontinued now and she's not coming back with it. Honestly, I'm kind of irked with Nest for getting rid of that one. Like, so many people love that fragrance. And I was actually watching a live presentation that Laura was doing about her newest holiday candle that is gonna be released. Anyway, a lot of people were like, what happened to Midnight Floor? You know, they were in the comments, and just like probably 100 comments, like, please bring back Midnight Floor. And she was like, I'm not gonna do it. So major bummer. Luckily, I still have a little over half a bottle left, but I'll be super bummed when that's done. Anyway, Black Tulip. This is readily available right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the fragrance notes about from this one here. Let me see, where did it go? Here we are. All right, so Black Tulip. So this is considered a warm floral. This has black amber plum, pink pepper, and Japanese violet. This is a little bit spicier. That pink pepper is something that you definitely notice immediately upon sticking your nose into this one. But that black, like, plum and amber, oh, it's so good. With that spicy pepper, it just creates the most unique spicy floral, fruity floral, spicy fruity floral. This is so interesting. This is one of those fragrances where, like, I would tell you, if you are ever at the mall, even if you don't have to look at anything else at Sephora, go in and at least smell this perfume. It's heavenly. It is one that I also frequently get compliments on. It is definitely what I would consider a date night fragrance. Very potent. So a little bit goes a long way. Don't overdo it with this one. This is one where I just do a light spritz on both wrists and like a light spritz across my chest. And I sometimes feel like that's even too much. But that being said, I love to do too much when it comes to perfume, you know, but if you're being mindful of others, be careful with this one. All right, let's go back to another really delicious vanilla here, and this is not gonna come as any surprise. We are discussing Pinrose Secret Genius. Hold on, let me pull it up here. Yep, there we go. All right, Pinrose Secret Genius. So this is a warm and spicy gourmand. So our top notes here are mandarin and bergamot. The middle notes are caramel, white chocolate, and jasmine. And the base is Madagascan vanilla, cedarwood, and sandalwood. Now, it sounds like this one would be maybe a little citrusy and slightly floral, but it's really not. That mandarin, I do not detect mandarin at all. I do get a nice touch of that bergamot for sure. The caramel, that white chocolate, the vanilla, and the sandalwood, I think are the standouts in this particular fragrance, and that's what I really take away from this. It's again a very warm and cozy scent. It has just like a touch of a little bit of spiciness to it, but not much. It's really sweet. The caramel in here I think adds more sweetness than anything else, but this is delicious. It is another one where a lot of people always ask me, what are you wearing? It is worth checking out. You can find Pinrose at Ulta and also obviously on their website. I think right now Ulta only has the Pinrose fragrances as online exclusives, and the bottle has been, the bottle's now clear. It's no longer white, but still very similar packaging. So love this one. We'll never be without it. Absolutely beautiful. All right, this next two are, they're somewhat similar. I'm gonna get started with the Besed Ambre Maquis. This is only an eau de toilette, but don't be scared off by that. As far as eau de toilettes go, this packs such a punch in terms of projection, in terms of lasting power. Like, I think this performs more like an eau de parfum than it does an eau de toilette. Plus, it is a massive bottle. It's 3.4 ounces. And if you love a unisex amber scent, let me tell you, this is such a must try. So our fragrance notes here, let's read through these real quick. So the top notes are tangerine and elemi, which I should have looked into a little bit more, but didn't. I don't know. We'll just go with tangerine, which by the way, I don't really detect in here. The heart or the mid notes are rose and labdanum, and then the dry down. Now this is where, pay attention here, because this is mostly where this fragrance lives. Patchouli, amber, and creamy sandalwood. And then they also have light water and love, but that's not. This is basically a really beautiful patchouli amber type scent. The sandalwood is heavenly. It really does add it tones down the amber and the patchouli just a touch. But man, this is neither feminine nor masculine in its presentation. It's literally right in between the two. And if you want to share a fragrance with someone, like I've had Craig wear this before and it smells amazing on him. Both Craig and I are really lucky in that our body chemistries do really well with patchouli and amber. I do realize there are some people where the patchouli just doesn't sit right with them, but it just works really well for me. And this one is, I've had it for a number of years now, and I cannot get enough of it. Like, I think this is one of the most beautiful amber scents that I've ever tried. And if you ever come across this, you have to smell it. It is beautiful. I love Besed. Their Rose Olivier is also a beautiful option for the spring and summer. I cannot say enough good things about them. And lastly, and this one is actually quite similar to what we were just talking about, this is the Ellis Brooklyn Raven. This also has a solid amber base, and this is another one that I think I would definitely personally consider a very unisex fragrance. I think no matter what you tend to prefer, I feel like this is the type of scent that you could wear either way. Whether you like really feminine scents or whether you like really masculine scents, this sits right in between the two, and I love it. This one is so good. In fact, it kind of layers nicely with the Ambre Maquis. They're so similar, but oh man, this Raven is so good. So the notes in the Raven are mandarin and rhubarb. Those are the top notes. The mid notes are peony and pink lotus. But again, focus mostly on these base notes of patchouli, blonde woods, and liquid musks. There is a beautiful muskiness to Raven that I think just balances everything so nicely. When you really stick your nose into Raven, you do smell that lotus, you do smell that peony, but the amber kind of comes over top of that and makes it a lot less feminine smelling, if that makes sense. I really don't pick much up in the way of mandarin or rhubarb personally, even those are the top notes. I can't. For me, it immediately goes to the dry down of the patchouli, the woods, and the liquid musk. And I love it. These are all fabulous, fabulous options. Cannot say enough good things about them. So if you're in the market, definitely check them out. But in the meantime, let me know what some of your top fall perfume suggestions are in the comments down below. With the Sephora sale coming up, as well as Ulta starting to have some sales, I'm kind of feeling like we might be seeing some perfume videos coming up soon. So let me know if you have some suggestions for cruelty-free perfume brands or specific perfumes that you would like to see reviewed. All right, thank you guys for being here so much. I will see you in the next one. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.